Mr. Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
I'm going to give you visual, because what we're reading is Bible prophecy that Moses wrote about 3,000 years ago, proving the Bible is a real book. We gotta follow the Bible. That's our last hope. Look right here. Yokes of iron on the necks of our people. Written 3,000 years ago. What does that tell us? The Bible is a real book. Taught to Moses and instructed him to teach the people. Y'all come in, y'all hear this? Yo, y'all come in, Rastaman, come in, read.
On his statutes, which I commanded this day.
And his statutes, which Moses commanded us, read.
That all these curses.
Oh, wait a minute. So if the Israelites don't keep the commandments, we're going to come upon them? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? No, if I say I'm going to curse you, it's a bad thing. So God says bad things are going to follow the Israelites in the future if they break God's commandments. Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtake us, meaning in these days, in the future, the Israelites will be known by the curses. I'm going to give you a curse. You good with history? Give me 48. Give me 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons.
The Bible says the Israelites, they're going to have children. And their sons, read.
And thy daughter.
And their daughters, read.
Shall be given unto another people.
So one of the curses is your children will be taken away from you and given to another people. When did that happen? When did it happen? Let me show you the sign. The Bible says, read it back.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
The Bible says our sons and daughters will be taken from us and given to another people. Did that happen during this time? During slavery, during colonization, our sons and daughters were taken from us and given to another people. Today it's okay. Today in these times, who fills the prison system? Poor people. It's the so-called Negroes. We're in the prison systems. The Amerindians. We're the majority in there. That's a curse that's coming to life. Your sons and daughters taken away from you and given to another people. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy.
The Bible says the Israelites would have to serve their enemies. So this world we're living in is not a fair world. This world we're living in is not a world about peace. Because God is telling us the Israelites are going to have to serve their enemies. What we're reading is the Bible. The same Bible in all your churches.
That's right.
So why is the message different? Because the church was not set up to teach you the truth.
That's right.
The church was set up to keep us oppressed.
Right.
Divide and conquer. Read it.
Therefore shalt thou
Sister, stop and hear this. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
But why would God send our enemies against us? Let me see if you're following. Why would God send our enemies? No, because we broke the commandments. That's why God says, look, you're created to be the greatest people on the planet. You want to disobey my commandments? I'm going to punish you. One of the punishments, your sons and daughters can be taken away from you. Two, you have to serve your enemies. Let's see how. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
So for food, do the so-called Negroes, Amerindians, or Hispanics control the food industry? No. So if our enemies want to go to war with us and they say, don't give them food, we're going to starve. Y'all understand that? Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, there's the so-called Negroes, the Amerindians, and the Hispanics control the distribution of water in the country. No. So if the enemy say, let's let them die of thirst, that's gonna happen. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, what do you think that's going into? Your clothes. Your clothes. So if your enemy say, look, stop selling them clothing, you're gonna have to walk the streets naked. So in other words, the Bible is saying, if you want to identify the Israelites in these days, look for the curses. Sister, stop and hear this. Stop and hear it. The Bible says if you want to identify the Israelites, look for these curses. Look for a people that's a large consumer on the planet. They don't own anything, all they do is consume. You want a new shirt? You can't make it for yourself. You are going to go and purchase it from your enemies, as the Bible is saying. Read. Listen to this part carefully. Listen to this part carefully. Sister, my Amerindian sister, come closer. Sister, come closer. I'm going to show you in the Bible. Read.
And in want of all things.
So we're going to be in want of all things. And education. Do we control the education system in this country? No. The curriculum is set up. Come in. The curriculum is set up by the British. That's why we read about Christopher Columbus coming to discover Guyana. But when Christopher Columbus came to Guyana, the Amerindians are already here.
That's right.
That's how we know our education system is set up by our oppressors.
Right.
What the Bible is saying is that my words, no, that's out of the Bible. God says we're going to serve our enemies in want of all things. Read.
And in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Where did that happen? Where was yokes of irons placed on the necks of the Amerindians, placed on the necks of the Negroes, placed on the necks of the Venezuelans or the Hispanics? Weren't yokes of iron placed on the necks? I'm going to give you visual. Give me the sign. I'm going to give you visual. Because what we're reading is Bible prophecy that Moses wrote about 3,000 years ago. Proving the Bible is a real book. We gotta follow the Bible. That's our last hope. Look right here. Yokes of iron on the necks of our people. Written 3,000 years ago. What does that tell us? The Bible is a real book. Why did it happen to us, brother? What's your name again? Kevin, why did that happen to us? Why were yokes of iron placed on the Amerindians' neck? Placed on the Negro's neck? Why? Because they broke the commandments. We can never forget that. That's the reason we suffer today as a people. Because we broke God's commandments. And I want everyone under the sound of my voice to understand that. Today we suffer because we break God's commandments.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.